Good evening guys, so welcome again to another series of the weight loss talk. In this video, we shall talk about how to lose your belly fat fast, and that too without doing an exercise, just by doing diet. Not doing exercise is actually not recommended, but there are some conditions when you can't do exercise but you are just to resort on diet. This video is for those people. Just see the video till the end and you will get lots of very good tips which will guide you to lose the belly fat you have accumulated over years within a month. So keep watching. So before progressing, just a minute about the visceral fat. Whatever you are finding in your belly is that visceral fat and actually harmful. That's called central obesity by the doctor. The visceral fat is mainly due to the insulin resistance. The insulin is the hormone that's secreted by the pancreas in response to the carbs eaten by you day in and day out. So overfeeding and higher sugars and bad diet with lots of calories have led to the accumulation of the belly fat. Coupled with that, slowing metabolism and metabolic syndrome slowly creeping in. All these may be the causal factor. So keep watching this video. To get rid of those visceral fat, you need to follow these 7 important tips. So tip number 1, you have to count your calories. No guesswork. We have seen from lots of studies, guessworks normally tend to misguide people. They tend to underestimate. So just buy a kitchen weighing scale, measure whatever you are going in, and to calculate the total calories, you can follow my calculator given on the easyfitnessidea.com. That's my blog site /calculators. You can find the link is given here. You can try it and just put your height, age, weight. Those parameters will simply calculate the total amount of calories you need to lose weight. And you can also get the amount of BMR, the basal metabolic rate, the normal calories you are burning when you are at complete rest. So do it, have that amount of whatever diet should go in, calculate the calories. You may take the help of a dietitian or a fitness consultant and calculate everything going in. That's most important, and that's the tip number 1. Tip number 2, you have to cut the total amount of sugar and sweets from your diet. Remember, sugar and sweet are very much stimulating for the insulin hormone. Whenever you are trying to take any sugar, it's a simple carb. It's going to just ramp up the total glucose response in your body and in turn will increase the insulin response. And you know, insulin is actually detrimental to fat loss and will actually cause fat gain. So that's the most important part. Cut down all the sweets and sugars from your diet for the 1 month you are trying to lose weight. That's tip number 2. Tip number 3 is a corollary of that sugar part. You need to cut down the carbs. Normally, in our day-to-day diet, we tend to eat 50 to 60% carbs. And that's actually detrimental, and amongst that we have lots of simple carbs. That is not going to help you. You have to cut down the carbs and take mostly the complex carbs, the carbs which have lower GI index. By GI index I mean glycemic index, which causes increase of glucose and then again in turn increase of insulin hormone in your body. So you have to go for those carbs which are less insulinogenic. And again, remember, the carbs should be around 20 to 30% and even below 20% if you want to get even better traction for that weight loss within 1 month. That's your goal, remember. So the third point, reduce the total amount of carbs and be choosy on what carbs you are choose. The fourth tip is a bit tricky one. I would recommend, if you want to do this, you can get excellent results, but do not try this at home by your own. Take the help of a mentor, a guide or a consultant or a doctor who is well versed with this. These are keto diet and intermittent fasting. We can discuss in other videos in detail, but now just remember these 2 points. Intermittent fasting is 8 hours of food window. Whatever you are taking in should be within that 8 hours, and for 16 hours you will go for fasting. It has a very good impact on your insulin and actually has seemed to help you to lose weight very fast. That's one. And the second one is the keto diet. It's just rampant nowadays. You can see internet flooding over with ketogenic diet, and it actually helps you a lot. Keto diet is basically below 5% carbs, and that too almost all comprising of complex carbs and fibers. But remember, keto diet has to compensate the carbs with lots of fats, and that should be good fats, mostly unsaturated fats and the healthy fats. But do not try this at home. These are actually complex, and you have to be on calorie deficit to get good results. So if you want very fast results, you have to follow these two: intermittent fasting or keto diet, or both together. But remember, it has to be under guidance. So tip number 5, increase the amount of proteins. This is really important because whenever you are trying to lose weight, you are also losing muscles as well as fat together. So exercise is of paramount importance, but in this video we are not discussing about that. But to keep your muscles intact, protein should be increased to a level of around 20 to 25% of the total requirement. And remember, protein has a high TEF value. By TEF, I mean thermic effect of food. That means how much calories are burned just to digest it. And remember, protein has the highest one, almost 20 to 30%. That means the total calorie in that protein food, almost 1/3 of it is burned just to digest it. That gives a great value for your calorie deficit. And number 2 for that protein is that protein keeps you full. Whenever you are getting in a high protein diet, that will lead to keep you full and less hungry for hours, and you won't go for food again, and that in turn will help you having lower calorie diet, and that's a mental health for you. So protein, ample amount of 20 to 25%, or even we can go to 1 to 1.5 gram per kg body weight to be on the exact value. But protein should have to be higher. Tip number 6, it's the diet break. Remember, it's only a 1 month sprint for you to lose weight, right? For the belly fat. But even in this 1 month, whenever you are trying to cut calories and carbs, your body is going to adjust very fast. It's by a mechanism, by a hormone known as leptin. It has been seen that within 2 weeks, the metabolic slowdown just creeps in, and that's actually bad. You just stop losing weight, and initially you are getting that boost, and it may slow down over 2 to 3 weeks. So after 2 to 3 weeks, if you are seeing scale is not budging, you need to do 2 to 3 days of diet break, where you should go for your maintenance calories. I mean, if you are taking 1000 calories a day for losing weight, you can go to 15 to 1600 calories with a bit of higher carbs, just to increase the metabolic rate to near your original value. That's very important, but it's mostly required after that 2 to 3 weeks part. Tip number 7, take good fats as your source of energy. Your fat choices should be no trans fat, lesser amount of saturated fats, and unsaturated fats of on the higher side, and that should be comprising of MUFA and PUFA, monounsaturated fatty acid and polyunsaturated fatty acid. And try to take all those healthy fats in, try to take all the nuts, and even don't be afraid of the cashews and almonds, those calorie rich. You can take a bit of them, but normally the fats never cause insulin spike. And if you want to fill up those calories, if you're cutting those carbs and not filling up those calories with protein part, fill those up with the fat, but take the good fat as your best choices ones. So that's the 7th tip and the last tip for you. But remember, to get the best results, you have to do exercise, and that's a topic for a whole video altogether. So that was all for today. This was the 7 tips for you. But remember, in the next video we shall take how to maximize it by exercise. And if you like these 7 tips, mention which tip you are going to follow first in your weight loss journey to lose belly fat within a month. And if you like this video, Please don't forget to like it and please subscribe it and just tap that bell icon so that whenever I release a new video on any health, nutrition and fitness on this Weight Loss Doctor channel, you will be the first one to get it. So bye bye for now. Keep watching the Weight Loss Doctor.